to break that Clemson press. Clemson will create a lot of problems as you're building out of the back, and if they can get the ball in the midfield and get forward, they're going to have an opportunity.
Amin Hadzik is our head official here this evening. Should be a tight physical matchup between a pair of teams that certainly feel like they are in good form. Elon will face Clemson and then Duke to round out non-con play as the Tigers take early offensive aggressiveness, and they do it often.
And those are the moments that are so dangerous when they lose possession in the final third. Clemson is quick to counter press and look to win the ball back immediately.
Clemson in a seesaw battle a few days ago against a top 15 team in Wake Forest. Saw the lead change hands 3 times. Then the rain started. Nathan Richmond, the winner, late in the 72nd minute as we take a look at Mark Reeves, who goes way back with Coach Mike Noonan, as these two coaches date back 2 decades. And when talking to Reeves, he's just excited to be playing here. 10 years it's been since Elon and Clemson have tangled.
Yeah. It's interesting. You look at the series history. I believe it is tied 3-3-2. And a lot of those Elon wins kind of occurred at the end of Darren Powell's tenure before Reeves arrived at Elon.
It's a late tackle by Cooper Heinlein, making his 2nd collegiate start. Heinlein was phenomenal in his debut from the starting lineup against Wake Forest, had an assist, played over 75 minutes. And when you watch these freshmen try to earn their way onto the pitch, what did you see from Heinlein?
Well, he's just full of energy. He's, obviously very fit. He looks to press. He starts from the top, and you'll see him bounce on that front line when Clemson loses possession. But he's dynamic coming out of midfield. He'll make those attacking runs beyond the back line.
Here's Carlos Levy, the redshirt junior out of Mexico, here on international night as a whiffed swing by Matthias Leib getting the start here in the back line for Clemson. And we'll touch on the Tigers' injury situation, but 2 starters unavailable due to injury. Another key starter in Floki Stevenson, who is suspended due to yellow card accumulation. So when you see these lineups shake out and Mattis is starting in the right back spot, Leib in the center back, where do you feel like Clemson has to step up defensively?
Well, I think that's where they'll rely on their experience back there. You've got a really experienced player and Lukas Magnason anchoring that center back position with Leib, and then you've also got Arthur Duquesne, who's played so many games, so effective as their left back, and you can see him now, and he will get forward and get involved in the attack.
Yoshizawa dispossessed as Elon, a team that has just 1 shot on goal in consecutive matches, and a frustrated offense facing a Clemson defense needing a get-right match.
And that's one of the things that Dominic Rins is so good. He's just able to hold off a center back and maintain possession for his team, let other players get forward.
Now, there's no doubt 11 in white is the player to watch. 3 goals, all of them have led to the win. And that's a physical tackle in the midfield as down goes Richmond and the whistle blown.
I think that was an integer coming up and making that tackle.
It's a 25-on-25 casualty. Both these teams will ignite a tough stretch after tonight's matting. Elon goes to Duke. Clemson will take on NC State and Duke in consecutive Fridays. There's Jan. Sent back to Duquesne and now work through the middle.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, referee took a tough one there here in the 5th minute, and we'll see who he gives possession to.
It should be interesting. I think it's going to be Clemson ball there in that situation, I would think. You can see Aubameyang just trying to stretch the field, and I think he was looking to get Mattis Pennant involved over there.
Well, welcome to the match to Amin Hajek as Mike Noonan in his 16th season. Never quite know what he's thinking coming off of that big win over Wake.
Yeah, he has such high standards, and I'm sure he's eager to put another one in the win column here tonight before that always tough Duke match.
And on this ACC bye week for Clemson, Noonan not taking Elon and his good friend Mark Reeves lightly. The Phoenix have won the CAA regular season in 2 of the last 3 years. Just missed out on the NCAA tournament, hoping for an at-large bid last season. And a loss to Hofstra in the conference tournament semifinals. This one poked back by Duquesne. John gives it a look. Finds Richmond, but a strong touch is dispossessed. And in the early moments here, Kevin, when you have a team that is so defensive like Elon, what are the ways that Clemson can try to poke and prod in the first 15 minutes?
Well, I think what you're going to see is there opportunities to combine centrally when they can win possession in the final third. And if not, are they going to be able to penetrate and get their outside backs? Their outside backs are so dynamic when they come forward and create numerical advantage in wide areas. We haven't just seen really sustained possession yet. You can see they're very organized defensively. Elon is having a tough time finding their midfielders and breaking that first line.
Look at the captain, a senior from Denmark, Mac Nsabaha, number 6 in white. Possession is given to Clemson there on that strong touch, and so Duquesne will throw it in here in the 7th minute. And you know, one thing that every opponent is going to keep an eye on, of course, is number 10 in orange. But going back to that Elon shutout against UNCG a few days ago on Tuesday, they were able to limit Enzo Dovlo, who has 7 goals, top 10 in the nation. He only took 1 shot on goal, so curious to see what Elon's strategy is against Jean.
Yeah, I think you can see now the organization that unless you counter quickly and are able to get numbers behind the ball, they're going to be very tough to break down.
Strong touch there by Renz. Deep through ball is tracked down by Jordan Wilson, junior from the Bahamas, as Wilson gets a little frustrated on Duquesne's takeaway and fouls him from behind.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised if that's not a yellow card. I think the only reasoning for a yellow card might be maybe the official thinks it's too early in the match, but I think that will be a booking or at least a stern talking to. It's pretty late on the challenge. There's no chance to win the ball in that situation. Ooh. And I think that's the right decision.
Yep.
There's a little bit of a jersey pull first.
Yep. Wilson gets caution there with the yellow here in the 8th.
With that said, he's a bit pacey, isn't he? He just, when he turned it on, he is quick going forward.
Should be a matchup to watch there between the junior from France, Arthur Duquesne, and Wilson's speed on the right wing. So Matthias Leib, who did not play at Wake Forest, big shoes to fill tonight.
Here's a little nugget for you. Matthias Leib's father, Ryan, we met several years ago at a coaching course, and Ryan actually played for Coach Noonan at New Hampshire, and that team went to the national tournament. So a little bit of an interesting tie-in there, like father, like son.
And a soccer family, of course, his sister Taylor.
Right.
On the Clemson women's soccer team.
And she's had a very good year.
So Leib and Mattis get the start with Okunlola unavailable today due to injury. Stevenson suspended. So he picked up his 5th yellow card late in that win over Wake Forest, an 89th minute yellow card. Quite costly for the sophomore from Iceland.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're sitting with a player on that 4th yellow card. In the back of mind, you're thinking to yourself, it'd be pretty nice if he got it and he missed a non-conference game as opposed to missing the Duke game. So it's always in a coach's back of their mind.
Yeah, Floki came up clutch as well with a stop off the goal line in the 90th to preserve that win over the Deeks. As Wilson taken away, nice takeaway by Ajabong. Richmond looking to push. Just late to that is Mattis, but he is able to pressure, and that's exactly the word that Clemson likes to live on.
Yeah, that's a good example of that counter press there when they lost possession, quick to press to win it back.
Another throw in earned. They're in the near corner for Clemson. Tigers looking to work their way back into the United Soccer Coaches Poll. Have to imagine a result today would get them into the top 20 again. There's Heinlein, the freshman. Out to Yoshizawa, and it's picked up by Duquesne. Perhaps a handball, and regardless, Elon's ball.
I think it was last touch there by Duquesne.
Great touch by Renz as he is yanked down. And a quick restart, but maybe too quick there by the Phoenix.
I think the center official there was disputing the restart position. Just going to bring that one back about 10 yards.
Mark Reeves, who was a pupil of Mike Noonan when he was first getting his Federation license 20 years ago, give or take. And when talking to Coach Noonan, he said the years just blend together. It's a long time ago these two go back, and both very excited to match up against each other. And it's always fun when the coaches can show that excitement leading up in, especially at the men's soccer level. There's not a lot of excitement in the coach calls.
Right, right. Nice little friendly rivalry.
Coach Noonan says that there are very few people he enjoys cutting up about soccer with other than Mark Reeves, who has brought so much experience to this Elon side. As an associate head coach at St. John's, Coach Reeves reached 3 college cups and 1 national championship match.
Right. And the Colonial Athletic is such a tough league, not just from the quality of the teams. And I've always looked at that league and thought Hofstra, College of Charleston, it spans the East Coast. So much travel is involved competing in that league.
And Elon picked to win the conference, tied first with Hofstra with the new division format.
Right.
Play each team twice, so the Phoenix will take on UNCW for a second time, Charleston and Campbell as well here later in the season. A little different than that massive ACC.
Right.
Is Richmond onside here? A gorgeous first touch, and then he's taken down. However, the offside flag is up.
Well, that's going to be offsides, but that was a tough tackle on Nathan Richmond. Pretty much negated from that offsides call, but I love the idea of, as Elon is coming forward, just to drop one over that back line, and that's very close. That is very close.
Looks like Carlos Levy might have kept him on.
Yeah, that was really, really close, and it probably looks worse in real time because he's already at a full sprint. He recognizes it. An attacker in that situation is always looking at his center backs and reading the visual cues. He's leaned back, he's looking forward, he knows long service is coming, so he's already started his run behind. I thought he timed it just right.
And a real waste of a perfect first touch as well. So we'll see if Richmond has more chances against this stingy Elon defense that has allowed just 3 goals in 10 matches.
And when a team is that compact, if you can't play through them, you can play over them.
Look at Richmond there, his 7 goals, including a pair at Wake Forest. The most goals that Clemson has scored at Wake Forest this century. Go back to 1999 as Jean had a touch on a few of those finishes, and he enters the box beautifully here as Richmond. Check that, that was Heinlein who got in on it.
And you can see his dynamic change of pace right there. He just goes right around the outside back to get to the end line. This ball is served with pace, and Heinlein just misses it. Whew. Like he had Nenninger there right on his back.
Any time that Ransford Jan has the ball, the fans are excited, and there's a good reason for it, with 8 goals, 6 assists on the season. There's another push down this near sideline as Kyle Mattis, the freshman, bouncing hair of Richmond into the box towards Heinlein, and a good defensive play is Levy there again on that back line.
You can see Clemson's Elon's so compact centrally. They're not finding a lot of joy combining on the inside, and they're having a lot of fortune going into wide areas.
Heinlein with a nice takeaway. Richmond with a curling shot just high as Yoshizawa again leads the offense into the attacking third.
Yes, that dynamic front three, they're all so good 1v1 situations. This bounces favorably for Richmond, and ball just had a little bit of a hop there. He wasn't able to keep that down, but a good early look for Nathan Richmond.
And a look at all of Division I, an NC State team that Clemson will see next Friday, but Elon sitting up there in the top 5. This is not a team to take lightly.
No, they're going to be tough to break down. And I think best case scenario for Clemson is to get on the board first and force them out.
Oh, perfect touches as well as Jean and Richmond make it look easy. Into the box against Levy. Jean, is there a handball in the box? No, instead they'll say that Ransford went out of bounds there on that goal line.
You see how quickly that counterattack can cause trouble, and look at the combination. Nice little footwork. He's not afraid to get that in line. Oof, very close. And you can see the whole ball just goes over the end line there.
Got the right call. It was Levitt whose hand got a piece of it. And again, Clemson asking questions, and the only questions are being asked by one side early. So here's Lukas Magnason. I think a lot of college soccer fans were wondering kind of what went wrong in those 2 midweek losses against VCU and Queens. But the Tigers have certainly turned the tide here in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a perfect storm of, you know, when teams play with a low block and sit in and look to counter you, and if you're just not able to score one or get ahead early, it's can make the game difficult. And I mean, they've certainly bounced back. That resulted Cal coming off that stretch was massive, and then to go on the road to Winston-Salem, which is always a tough place to play, and to beat Wake Forest, it's very, very impressive.
Snapped Wake's 19-match home unbeaten streak with that win on Friday. This possession halts for Clemson, and a restart comes here at midfield for Elon. Just about a 4.5-hour trek from Elon, North Carolina, 250 miles. Not far at all. There's a little bit of maroon in the crowd as well.
That's a good job breaking pressure from Elon there.
Wilson on Duquesne, the matchup to watch on the right wing. Fed inside. Kozak into the box to his teammate Tony Dandel, and dispossessed nicely. Taken away by Ajabong, who works it back to his keeper. And on Dema. Nearly 20 minutes in, and Clemson with a couple shots, one on target.
Now they've showed flashes of why they're so good going forward.
It may look ominous in the backdrop, but there is quite a juxtaposition. Out to the left, a gorgeous pink sunset, and then over to the right, dark clouds.
Yeah, it looks overcast.
As day turns to night here in the upstate, a beautiful tackle made by the captain, Nsabaha. And then a takedown by Ajabong as Wilson goes down hard. There's a good look.
Gorgeous.
Not a bad workplace, Kevin,
No,
I'll tell you that.
Not bad at all.
You know, to the naked eye, could be a opportunity for Clemson to go out of the conference, try to get an easy win, but it is certainly not that. Elon is a team last season ranked in the top 15 after a 7-0 start.
Right.
They started 5-0 this season, but have lost and tied their last two. As Colin Veltri, he has been unavailable these last 3 matches. One of the stars in the CAA, nursing a hamstring injury, comes in, as well as Ness.
Yeah, I think that's always been Coach Noon's philosophy as scheduling his out-of-conference games, is wants to be able to play and beat anyone, anywhere. So a lot of these games are by design. It's going to be a tough match midweek. Obviously, a kind of a weird bye week.
Animated conversation continues between Wilson and his head coach Reeves as Clemson takes over. I really like the way that the Tigers don't hold on to the ball long. It is quick touches, 1 second, 2 seconds per possession.
A lot of really good interplay, one touch, movement off the ball, multiple players involved.
That's going to be a little too physical, but no, they're going to call that on Elon in the corner. And the foul whistled on Nenninger.
Yeah, looks like he was a little worse for wear with the collision timeline there.
Yeah, looked like he got possession. And no, we are getting word that it was a quick handball call by the assistant referee.
Okay. All right, dangerous first set piece here.
Yep, there's
So just bounced up and touched his arm there.
Might have happened just as the foul was being.
I think Gian's going to put this one right on Levitt.
Yeah, the southpaw curls it in and Levitt punches it, but not too far out of danger. As Duquesne sends it back into the box to Richmond. A little dangerous with that high touch, and he'll get whistled for it.
I don't think he had much of a choice here. The ball was spinning awkwardly. Just had to get a touch on it before Elon could clear it. Good decision from Levitt there, not to try to hold that ball, just punch it to safety.
And only one keeper has been bothered thus far. Game flow as expected from these last few matches. Clemson with 7 goals in their last 2 wins. Elon back-to-back scoreless draws. Nice flexibility to keep that in play by Heinlein as Yoshizawa goes down off ball and earns the whistle and the restart. Senior from Japan, all freshman his first season at Virginia Tech. 4 goals last year for Nisei.
And you could see Martin Kozak a little frustrated with the call there, but Mise was just so quick.
And it'll be Jean to send this in again.
Imagine he's going to try to exploit that space.
Curving towards Magnason, who will track it down in the corner. Just over 20 minutes to go in this first half. It has been Clemson with possession nearly the entire time. Oh, a tremendous takeaway by Tony Dandle. He'll give it right back up.
And look at how quickly Clemson's able to transition, get players around the ball to win it back.
Space for Yoshizawa. A little too strong there from Ajaban.
I think he's looking to pick out Mason Jimenez and just... Ooh.
That was an unnecessary bit of contact there by Einar Ness.
Just a little tug on Magnason.
You mentioned it earlier, Kevin. These two teams have an even history, 3-3-2 all time.
Right.
In fact, I went back through the history books a bit. Elon won a match in penalty kicks back in 2013.
And that was towards the end of Darren Powell, his tenure there. Good friend of mine, former Southern Conference foe. He really had Elon cooking there.
Stopping on a dime, taking the near side shot, and it finds the side of the netting there from Mattis.
And again, you can see just the DNA of how Clemson likes to play. That's their right back getting forward, carving out an opportunity for himself.
A look at Jackson Leavitt, the grad senior from Texas, as he matches up with one of the top offenses in the nation, and there is no shorting the amount of accolades we can give to this Clemson offense.
Certainly, what's always interesting about those stats is consider the league they're playing in too. They score a lot of goals.
Meanwhile, that offensive output matches up with a keeper and a less than 0.5 goals against average in Leavitt. Terrific touch there to Richmond, taken away nicely. Again, it's Carlos Levy who has been the star on the back line in white. And the touch on the hand there gives possession to the Phoenix.
Yeah, I thought that one could have gone either way. I thought it could have been dangerous play for a second because the player was on the ground, but
just off the elbow of Yoshizawa there. Now another quick whistle.
I think it's gotten a little choppy here the last few minutes.
Heinlein, who had only played about 25 minutes in his career and then came out and played 76 minutes in his first start at Wake Forest, had an assist as well. Mathis one-on-one there. Harmlessly rolls out for a goal kick. Look at those 30 Sweet 16 appearances for Clemson. These banners surely daunting to the foes, Kevin.
Now let's just go down the line. 10 College Cup appearances, 4 national championships. Really, really storied history here.
Just about the half an hour mark here on this Saturday evening. ACC versus CAA as Richmond threatens the defensive back line.
And you could see he was looking to find Gian in that moment.
Now the freshman from Colorado.
He's certainly hard to dispossess. He's been good on the dribble.
Yeah, that's Heinlein we're talking about. There's Jimenez. Clemson playing shorthanded offensively as well, as Wahab Musa unavailable for the second consecutive match. He was suspended at Wake Forest due to the red card. Now unavailable due to injury here this evening. Hopefully fully rested for that gauntlet of NC State and Duke.
Right.
Still scoreless. 30th minute. It has been the orange jerseys possessing on the attacking side. But Elon has lived up to the expectations with the top defense in the CAA. Good stop there again by Mac Msabaha.
Well, there, Clemson is keeping the tempo high in this match, moving the ball quickly.
Martin Kozak.
It's really, really good 1v1 defending there from Duquesne. Just able to frustrate Kozak enough to nick the ball away.
It's a peek and a good read by Levitt to come off his line.
Yes, serve over the top was just a little heavy there.
Might be the tallest task of the season for Jackson Levitt, who has been a patient student athlete, did not play his freshman or sophomore season, one start as a junior, and then sat all of his senior year to get the starting nod here as a grad senior, and he has lived up to that overwhelming patience. Yep.
He's making the most of it.
They're in the 32nd minute. Just one total save. Clemson looking to ask more questions as Yoshizawa cannot catch up.
It's just a little heavy on the penetrating pass.
And 2 days ago, historic Riggs Field celebrated its 110th birthday. Walter M. Riggs ushered in a new era of Clemson soccer.
They've played about everything on this field, if I can recall.
Yeah.
Football, I believe they played baseball here. It's what I consider one of the best college soccer venues in the country.
My first time, Kevin, and hard to disagree thus far. We had that tremendous sunset and what feels like a top 25 match as well.
Now Clemson has been the aggressor, still looking for that breakthrough goal, but they've created a couple of hairy moments for Elon.
Also fun to watch these two coaches, and you guys can get a look on that far side as well. One pacing the sideline, the visiting coach, Coach Reeves, the other stoic, and the legend, Coach Noonan. Clemson trying to get Jean more involved. He hasn't quite touched it much in the last 10 minutes. Created a few chances in the first 20.
And that's the danger. He lulls you to sleep, and then he pops up in the 43rd minute and scores.
Oh, great read by Ajabong. Yoshizawa creates the match's first corner kick.
That's a good block there. I think that was Nenninger coming there on the block.
6 assists on the season for Jean, sophomore from Ghana. We'll send one to the meat of the box, and it's ricocheted away nicely and out for a goal kick. That was Kozak who got to it first.
Looks like Jean was just trying to pick out Magnason at that back post.
6-foot keeper with 7 shutouts this season. Hoping to hold on for 10 more minutes, get into the half. There's the fresh legs of Jameer Flowers. Down to Nsabaha. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half. 6 shots taken by Clemson. A bagel on the shot tracker for Elon. As again, it's Jean who picks off a strong touch. Out to Mattis. Ajabong takes a rip and a tricky bounce there, handled by Levin.
Yeah, it looked like it took a deflection or something, took a little sting out of that, but nonetheless, Levitt controlled it comfortably.
Little aggressive there from Magnason. He's taken away in the midfield. Elon had 1 chance in the first 5 or 6 minutes, a half chance maybe, and that has been it today.
As dynamic as Clemson has been going forward, they've stayed really, really disciplined from a defensive standpoint.
A little tug, and then a second tug gets the whistle there by Heinlein.
That's the tenacity we were referring to from a defensive nature from Heinlein.
Oh, good back tackle there by Yoshizawa. He's more than just an offensive threat. Now numbers moving forward. That's a tricky ball out to Mattis.
I think Mattis was wanting that ball played to space that he could run into.
One of 2 freshmen in the starting 11 today for Clemson, alongside Heinlein. Pretty ball out to Yoshizawa, who puts on the show. Out to Duquesne. A terrific tackle made by Muketti.
That ball's still alive.
Levitt there. So as you watch this first half, what are adjustments that Clemson might want to make in the second half, or you feel like they're asking all the right questions?
Well, I think they're doing well. They've tried to, as they've started to go wide, they stretched that Clemson back, or that Elon back line out a little bit, and they were starting to have a little bit more success combining centrally. And it's That's kind of like the blanket that you pull up and to cover your chest, but then your toes are cold and you got to pull it back down. I think they've asked some good questions of Elon. They just haven't had that final pass to create that real quality opportunity.
There's a strong takeaway by Ajabang. Yoshizawa finds space and another block. Who else but number 5 in Levy back there?
And I think that's you have to be wary of that as a team and remain patient and disciplined. Those aren't the opportunities you want to resort to. There's no need to panic. You're only 39 minutes into the match. That's a lovely ball there from Jimenez.
Mattis halts the brakes. Worked back to Ajabang, and his look toward Jean a little too strong. But again, every time Elon has possession, you can start the timer. Doesn't get to 10 seconds often.
Yeah. Clemson is quick to win it back.
Not too much there, with just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. Coach Reeves showed me the lengths of his frustration with his offense, and I think we're seeing a little frustrated face there.
Well, I thought they were really effective initially when they had Dominic Renz in the game. And, you know, one of the easiest ways to break pressure is go direct. And if you have a forward that's strong enough and capable of pinning the ball and letting your players get forward and support the attack, you have that ace that you can play. And they haven't been able to find that here in the last 15 or 20 minutes.
6-2 season last year, first place in the CAA and the Conference Coach of the Year as well. As Yoshizawa gets a breather, as well as Richmond, as Xavier Sevian into the match, as well as Duncan Wilson. Wilson, a local product out of Columbia.
And he's a very similar center forward to Renz. Strong, powerful, can hold the ball up. Athletic, he can wreak some havoc along that back line.
Sevian brings a lot of high school accolades. The National Gatorade Player of the Year. See if he can provide an impact here in the final few minutes. But as this match has grown on, Elon has added more and more confidence, and you can tell they're playing with it off the back line.
Yes, they'll be happy if they can reach halftime here with this scoreline. Clemson has been the aggressor.
Tigers with that high press and the fresh legs to boot.
That's a good ball there.
Ness reverses course. It's out to Flowers.
That's a terrific first touch. Ball had so much spin on it.
Oh, Nenninger works his way down that near sideline, but it's taken away on the feed by Yonke.
Oh,
how about that for a gorgeous touch? That was the freshman Sevian trying to put himself in position as Jean catches up to it here on the far side. Oh, that might have been off a hand. No call. Stays in the box for Sevian. He'll try a spinning shot, and it's blocked nicely again by Levy. How's this for a breakout opportunity? It's Ness, the junior from Norway, but no help at all there.
That's just outstanding defending from Magnason. He always looked like he was chasing it, but he's able to push him wide, cut the angle.
Just about 2 minutes to play in this opening half. John, who has moved out into that left wing position, tries to feed Sevian. And also in on that was Wilson.
They just missed Wilson there.
Here is Sevian. 100 seconds left. Sean heads it high on an open net chance.
I like the idea there. He's not able to do much with that except try to catch it on the bounce. Just unable to keep that under the crossbar. Clever little chip from Sevian, though.
Oh, and Kevin, you almost called it to a T.
Yeah.
You said 43rd, it was 44th.
And you can see him, Sabaha there just gets caught watching, does not attack the ball. You have to do that in your own area.
So into the 45th minute we journey. In an entertaining first half. Highline tracks that nicely. Throw into Wilson, and they'll let that play on. Oh, unfortunately, Veltri, who has been dealing with a hamstring injury, seemed to have re-aggravated it on that moment.
Looks like he pulled up a little limp there.
Yeah, he's down on a knee for the final 15 seconds of the half. So Clemson takes 11 shots, none more dangerous than Jean in the 44th minute, but we are scoreless through 45. Clemson looks to be aggressive here out of the restart and will send numbers forward.
Levy's been very good in that Elon back line tonight.
And immediately, Elon with a little bit more of an aggressive look. You know, when you have a matchup against a team like Clemson that presses so much, does it make you want to maybe press a little bit more entering the second half?
Well, I think you're always going to be on guard to not give away possession in your defensive third, and you know, I think they will try to get forward quicker this second half.
Clemson had a golden chance in the 44th minute. A bouncing header opportunity for Ransford John. Just sent a little high.
That was almost foreshadowing what we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Just pop up in one moment and change a game. I think it's important for Clemson. They were very good moving the ball quickly, and when you're able to do that, you can kind of move the opposition's players around and find some spaces to exploit. And I think that'd be one thing Coach New was very pleased with, was the tempo his team played with in the first half.
Just a few days ago on Tuesday, Elon able to grab a point against the number 10 team in the nation, UNCG, and hold their top goal scorer to just 3 total shots and 0 shots on goal. That's Enzo Dovlo.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this Clemson team unique, is you mentioned it in the opening. It's kind of a 3-headed monster up there with Richmond, Jean, and Yoshizawa. 3 dynamic players that can really do a lot of damage.
Oh, an opportunity leaked out to the sophomore Duncan Wilson, but good defense there by the captain, Nsabaha.
That's a really clever play from Xander Sevian to flick him on. And oh, yeah.
Yeah, a pair of underclassmen connecting there. They came in late in the first half, get the start here in the ignition of the second half as Ransford Jean used that left foot to swoop one in. Here's the freshman Sevian, poked back out to Jean. Into the waiting grasp of Levitt.
I think he just undercooked that one a little bit. I think he was trying to pick out Magnason at the back post.
Here's a good run coming from Dominic Renz, who had a strong start to the match. Did not play much in that first half, though. Team's leading scorer, number 11 in white, as Alex Wharton comes off the bench to start the second half and try to tiptoe through a pair of defenders. And it's Jean to take it away. Oh, great hustle there. Heinlein again draws a vicious foul and a quick yellow card out to Nenninger.
And Nenninger knew he was late right away on that challenge. But I think what you have to love about that if you're Coach Noonan is when they dispossessed Elon in the penalty area there, it was Renz for Gian tracking all the way back and doing the dirty work defensively there. And just that collective defending mentality is so important.
The freshman from Colorado gets up gingerly, another look. Ooh, well late.
And now knew he was late, just able to get this last touch here to pull it away. Oof. They always look worse in slow motion, don't they?
It certainly felt later in the replay. This one falls to Mason Jimenez. Oh, Jean able to just stop on a dime.
That's a good tackle.
Ajabong tries a feed. Dispossessed quickly, and Elon moving with a little bit more fluidity. Again, it's Renz. Opportunity and a terrific first save of the night for Joseph Andema. Deflection goalward as that shot taken by Martin Kozak, easily the best chance of the night.
Easily. The lovely little run, overlapping run here. And you can hear it there, just does a good job of parrying it away to safety. Now that's what makes Andema. He's had a quiet night so far, but when he's called upon, you want your goalkeeper to make 2 or 3 big saves in a match, and he came up in a big way for Clemson there.
And then credited for a save on the follow-up as well from Muketti, so a pair of saves for Andema, who was saveless in the win at Wake Forest. Now again, asking questions, Alex Wharton down the goal line, and a corner kick earned for the first time. The Phoenix coming out with a little fire.
Yeah, and he's been a bright spot, and this is the second or third time he's gotten forward and caused problems back there.
Sophomore from Georgia. Syracuse transfer. As Kozak, the St. John's transfer to send this one in. 3 assists on the season for Kozak. A short corner. Oh, blocked there by Duquesne. He'll feel that. Sent right back to Kozak.
The spin of that ball kept it in.
Deflection, opportunity, another terrific save.
What a turn in the head from Dominic Renz there, though. Terrific soft first touch. He hits that with pace, and a team that's up to the challenge.
That'll get the Clemson fans a reason to cheer for the first time tonight. 3 quick shots on goal in 6 minutes out of the half.
Now, Coach Reeves will be delighted with the response from his team to start this second half.
Now an opportunity again off the bench. Curved towards the goal. Let's take another look at that shot from Renz. Point blank and then save.
Yeah, look at the first touch there off the chest.
Whew.
strikes it on the volley. Able to get down so quickly.
Ball movement. Clemson looks to work from the back. Still seeking their first chance here in the second half. Jimenez. To Mattis. Now the Magic Man. Tight ropes the goal line somehow. And then a good takeaway there by Weston Yonke. Advantage played on for the Phoenix.
It's a good tackle from Duquesne.
John kind of missed the window there on the cutting highline. First opportunity to really use some size up front as Duncan Wilson's header is wide.
Oh, and that's better from Clemson, just a quick ball movement, stretch Elon from touchline to touchline and create some passing seams that you can exploit centrally. Need to continue to move the ball quickly from side to side.
We're going to look there at the stoic combination of Noonan and Phil Jones as associate head coach. Ajabong, not sure he was ready for that one. Sloppy play in the midfield and another advantage played on.
Now the pace of this game has just turned up a notch here at the start of the second half, hasn't it, Daniel?
Yeah, sign me up, Kevin. This is what you want coming out of the half. Elon firing, Clemson trying to withstand, because you know the chances will come for the Tigers.
You certainly feel a sense of urgency from both of these teams right now. There's still a good 35 minutes left to play.
Elon knows that a win here tonight could give them a prime chance to be an at-large team regardless of how the conference tournament goes. Coming off of a draw against the number 10 team in the nation on Tuesday. And then a matchup at Duke coming up Tuesday, also on the ACC Network Extra.
Yeah, I mean, so many of those, you really need that signature win when you start talking about the at-large berth, and on the road here at Clemson would be big for Clemson, or big for Elon, excuse me.
Yeah, talking to Coach Reeves, he mentioned he's not talking to his team about an at-large bid.
Right.
He's leaving that to the coaching staff to worry about, but they just missed out on that field last season. And with Hofstra in the conference, there is no guarantee you make it through the tournament unscathed. It's another good run there. Poked out and ruled a goal kick. Meanwhile, the ACC just loaded. Look at the amount of teams in the top 30 in the RPI.
Yeah, and so much of that is, yes, you want to be there, whatever the magic number is. Is it 32? Is it 33, 34, where it lands? But these teams that are this high in the RPI are looking for that top seed, so they can be at home as much as possible once the tournament begins.
Meanwhile, Clemson to face NC State and Duke in their next two matches, so a pair of top 10 foes. And you heard from Coach Noonan in our interview before we went into that halftime break. He even acknowledged this is a squad, he called it. This is not the A team on the pitch. No Floki Stevenson, no Wahab Musa, no Remy Okunlola.
Right.
Hoping everyone can be healthy come that final stretch.
And I think it's a testament to the quality of this team overall, because you don't really feel like the level has dropped. That's a lovely turn by Duncan Wilson there.
Oh, and that takeaway is Duncan Wilson is busy up there in his 10 minutes or so in action. Clemson on the heels of a monumental win against the number 13 team in the nation last Friday at Wake Forest. Their first win over Wake in 3 years. Parlay that with the win against number 10 Pitt, both with Richmond game winners late. The resume is there for the Tigers despite 2 tough losses to Queens and VCU in midweek action.
And those losses shouldn't hurt so bad, because they have an opportunity to get so many other quality wins with remaining games in their schedule, and also once you get into the ACC tournament.
It's a quirky ACC tournament, isn't it? You get a bye for the number 1 overall team.
Right, and then after that, could be a couple of games on campus sites, and then you go to Cary for your Final Four. It's so interesting when you look at how it's structured versus on the women's side. On the women's side in the ACC, it's just the top 6. Only the top 6 make the tournament. But every year you have 8, 9, and 10 teams getting out tournament bids.
Meanwhile, on the men's side, we talked about it at the half. You have Wake Forest and Pitt with just 1 point down in last place. Someone's got to draw them in the first round.
Right. You could go from being the first in the league where you get a bye, or second and you get to host Wake Forest. That's fantastic.
Let's take another look at those standings. Coming into today, Duke with big 4-0 win over Pitt yesterday. And just wild to see NC State, Wake, and Pitt all on the right side of that graphic.
Right. Wow.
And an update from Wake Forest and Stanford, tied scoreless with about 38 minutes left in that contest. So that'd be an interesting one if Wake Forest can bounce back.
Yeah, and they're certainly capable.
Our tremendous producer, Kurt Sutton, able to drag that one out for us and make us sound and look good for the entirety of this, as well as the entire Clemson video team that works tirelessly day in, day out for all of these ACC Network Extra and ACC Network broadcasts here on campus.
Yeah, they do an outstanding job, top to bottom.
Are you surprised the tread that we're seeing from those 2 subs in Sevian and Wilson?
No, I think it's, well, you know, the substitution rule, you get the 6 opportunities, but, you know, I was always a fan of start the second half the way you finished it, just for a little symmetry with the team as you're going in. And, you know, once those subs happen, they may or may not come back on. But, you know, they've both been effective. Sevian, I think, in particular in 1v1 situations, it's been really, really clever on the dribble.
Right on cue. See Nathan Richmond get off the bench and Yoshizawa as they stand alongside their head coach. Into the box on the other side. Ricocheted out for a goal kick, and tremendous defense there by Leib.
I did very well there. It's job one when you're defending in that situation is to deny the cross. You don't want that served across your goal mouth, and he was able to do that and got a fortunate deflection, resulting in a goal kick and not a corner.
Well, that's a tough touch there by Heinlein. And you wonder if the stamina might start to become a question for the freshman who did not play much through the first 8 matches. Now asked to stay out for 70, 80 minutes here in the last 2.
And there's a lot of versatility in midfield, and you have options. You could drop Gian back into midfield rather than playing him on the front line.
Gian, who has been quiet in this second half. That's a terrific run. Renz again denied by Ondema.
Well, he's trouble, isn't he? We talked about it. And this is danger here for Elon.
Now 4-on-3 leaked to the wing.
And they have to keep going with pace.
And a strong touch there by the freshman. Just a little past the waiting Jean as Renz looks to flip and move in transition. But Wharton not there as we move back a minute to that terrific stop.
Yeah, again, Ondema coming up huge.
As the dub sub comes on back in. Yoshizawa and Richmond, some fresh legs for Wilson and Sevian. Throw in here. Clemson still without a shot in this second half, or a shot on target, I should say. In fact, Elon has more shots on target after being blanked in the opening 45.
Yeah, they've come out on the front foot, certainly. I've asked some questions.
4 saves made by Joseph Ondema.
It's a good ball from Jimenez.
Mattis, the freshman from Costa Rica, here on international night. 16 international student athletes on Clemson's squad. 4 from Ghana lead the way. Another feed up to Renz. Run down and maybe a bit of a flop there as Magnason gets away with contact.
Yeah, he's been warned there. Center official thought he took a dive there. It looked like it was just shoulder to shoulder, like Renz was appealing. He felt there was a tug.
Can the Tigers try to snatch some momentum? 25 minutes to go in this contest. Elon has played to scoreless draws in consecutive matches.
Mattis does well to keep that alive.
Poked out of the attacking zone. John in that center forward spot, but he is shadowed by a trio of defenders. Mattis. I mean, just look at the suffocation up there as Jean tries to get space.
That's, Elon has almost dropped into, if given time to organize, they're so disciplined and just drop into a block of 5 on the back line, 4 above that. It's just so tough down to break down centrally, and if you have to push it into wide areas and you force a cross, there's so many bodies in the area.
Clemson had to resort to a dummy move there by Ajabong just to get a touch to Jean. And it's out for a goal kick as Jameer Flowers re-enters. Strong effort there by Wharton, 20 minutes of high effort on the wing.
Well, he was a spark, wasn't he? Particularly the first 10 minutes or so, he was wreaking havoc up that left-hand side.
That's danger, but an Elon throw-in, and this is where Clemson's pressing nature can prove to pay dividends. Oh, the quick reset. Thrown into Renz. There's numbers pushing. Vandema is there.
Well read from Joseph Vandema. He's able to collect that comfortably.
There's no doubt he has been the shining star here this second half with 4 saves, 3 of them high octane on point-blank looks.
And Dominic Renz has shown why he's so dangerous, why we highlighted him in the open.
It's been a pretty clean contest, just 1 foul apiece in the second half.
It's a great first touch from Heinlein there.
He'll feed it near side out to Yoshizawa. Oh, back touch, nice there. Is read beautifully, though, by the captain in Nsabaha. And there will be a set piece coming in the attacking third for the Tigers.
Yankees questioning what the call was there.
Yeah, show the takeaway and then a little bit of a push from the back.
Just a little bit of contact, but you can see the clever little back heel there from Agibang.
Is this a go zone for Jean?
I think he's going to look to serve this. Now the velocity, the direction, I'm not sure if he's going to try to squeeze it in that space between the goalkeeper and the back line, or then again, he's a player that always surprises you, so he may have a go.
I think we're going to have a quick pause for some VAR here as Amin Hadzik has stopped the clock, potentially to look to see where the placement was on this foul.
I honestly think first contact was in the area. Ooh, that's very close, and I'd have to say that would be absolutely brutal for Elon if that's a penalty. But if first contact is in the area, that's what it would be.
And after review, there is no penalty kick.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I think, as you mentioned, for as good of a match this has been, it would be a bit of a shame to have such a iffy call.
Marginal,
yeah,
at best.
Still an opportunity that Clemson has not seen. They have not had a free kick from distance registered yet tonight.
Nonetheless, it is going to be direct.
One of the true goal scorers in all of college soccer, Ransford Jean. 6th in the nation with 8 goals.
And he's a little magician, so he might pull a rabbit out of his hat here, or he might choose to serve it. So it's the best part of watching him. You never know what he's going to do.
The wall is formed with 2 men, just outside the box for the left footer. Here in the 69th minute. John, headed away by Levy. Richmond, fresh off the bench. Out to Mattis. Flipping field to Yoshizawa. Elon with a strong 10 men defending. The hero of the month with a pair of game-winning goals, Nathan Richmond. Oh, had Yoshizawa cutting, but another strong block. I think it was Levy again, number 5.
It just continued to to probe that Elon defense to find that opening.
This is deflected. And a push off ball will give Elon possession.
I felt like the second phase, the third phase, the fourth phase, the fifth phase of that set piece there.
Kevin, isn't that usually when a strong defense might start breaking down, when you start to get to that fourth or fifth chance in the same opportunity?
Yeah, you just feel like it's all hands on deck defending. Need a bit of sustained possession here and try to get back into the flow of the game. That's certainly not what you want to give it away there in your final third.
Oh, a dangerous slide tackle by Tony Dandel. Got away with it. No contact. And another throw-in comes for Elon at midfield. Still not a shot on target this half for the Tigers. Instead, it has been Elon, the aggressors since halftime, as this is poked out off of Kozak for a goal kick.
Unlucky, ball just got caught under his feet. But again, just good pressure from Arthur Duquesne over there.
Andema gets a little criticism there for taking it out. A really fun one here tonight. So glad that you're with us. Daniel Gilman, Kevin Kennedy with you here from Clemson. A pair of teams right on the fringe of being ranked. And if the score holds, we may see both in the top 25 come next week.
Well, even for being 0-0, this game has been entertaining.
Elon hasn't scored in a few weeks, with a couple results to show for it. Clemson has done nothing but score in their last two meetings. Well, that was looking for a handball, but Yankee kept the arms close to the body. Richmond dispossessed, played in with an aggressive back line of Magnason. The home fans waiting for an opportunity to roar. And that's a sloppy foul. That might be a card as well.
Yeah, looks like that line's going to go in the book there. Initially, it looked like it was just shoulder to shoulder. That's just more in the back there, but on Yankee, and I think the yellow card's not necessarily for the severity of the foul. It's just that transitional moment as Elon's breaking out in the counterattack. The foul just stops that.
So the first Clemson caution of the night. As we sit here in the 74th minute.
And I think we are going to see that change that you hinted at. Daniel, looks like Gabriel Santuari, the attacking midfielder for Clemson, is getting ready to check in the game, and I would guess he's coming for Heinlein. Heinlein even looked like he was starting to cramp up there at the end, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you can't stress the effort that we've seen from the freshman as he takes the ball away. Out to Yoshizawa. A couple subs getting ready to come in, as you mentioned, for Clemson. Oh, an opportunity in the back post, tracked nicely and bowed out for a corner kick. Contact after the ball went out on Nenninger, who made a terrific play. And Elon begging for possession following that contact.
Yeah, I think they thought there was contact with Richmond while the ball was still live. Ooh.
Richmond's getting a talking to.
Yeah, I think that was incidental. I mean, he has every right to make a play on the ball and just kind of an awkward collision. Looks like the corner kid's going to stand, though.
Meanwhile, the Clemson subs will hold despite being waved in. And it won't be John taking this. It's Richmond. Oh, into the box. Chaos still alive. And it is saved by Levitt.
Another massive moment. I think that was Jimenez on the last touch, but Levitt came up with a huge save, and I think I'm not sure what this is happening right now. I think he's just coming to have a word. Is he going to the monitor?
I think we may have a quick review to see if there was any handball action in the box there. So Amin Hadzik heads to the VAR. Here's our first look.
Oh,
number
touch
8
there on the ground.
Muketi's elbow, was it incidental?
It's always that situation of, regardless if there's intent, do you gain an advantage from that? It's always the interpretation. So I think this is probably our best angle here. Oof.
What would you think?
I don't know. It's if you want it, you're screaming for it. But if you're the other coach, you're screaming, that's not fair. I don't think it's going to be anything here.
It is not. No, it is.
Restart.
For the sanctity of how good of a match this has been, once again, there's still 15 minutes for Clemson's offense to generate.
Well, it's been an interesting second half. You really felt like in the first 10 minutes, Elon threw everything forward, created a couple of quality opportunities. Joseph Andema came up huge, and now the momentum is kind of shifted towards Clemson again. They've started to ask some more questions of Elon.
Meanwhile, Clemson has not gone to those 2 subs yet. We'll let you know when they do, as Oscar Tony Dandel makes a nice move, but just dribbles it out of bounds. That's a careless mistake.
And it's the second time on the evening that that assistant referee has had outstanding position and been able to make that call.
And now we'll see the 24-year-old freshman Italian Santuari come in, as well as the freshman from Germany, Daniel Bunk. And if you want to check out Gabriel Santuari's YouTube channel, he's got a fun little journey in the eyes of a student athlete. It's not in English, though.
I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's terrific.
It's fun, yeah. He shows us a day in the life. I think it was the Wake Forest match, potentially, that he took us through his last video. I checked it out.
Okay. Does he have subtitles, or do you have to know Italian?
I think there's subtitles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
If you do want to know about the student experience, it is cool to check out, see what kind of game day food the student athletes get. All right, action coming. Oh, down goes Tony Dandel. That would have been him right there waiting for the opportunity, but he stays down, and now the clock will stop due to the injury, and a yellow card will come.
And he certainly reserves the right to make that call. He just makes a mental note as it occurs.
Yep.
Elon is still in possession on the attack. He can come back and issue that booking. It's kind of weird. It was off the ball, wasn't it? The collision.
I didn't see it, so we'll see if we can find it. It's Mattis who is carded. And take a look at the left side of the screen.
The ball's been played. It's just an awkward collision.
I'm not sure that's card-worthy.
No.
But regardless, it's the second caution for Clemson here in the half. We sit in the 77th minute. Looking for Santuari. That might be a handball, and another opportunity in the attacking third for Clemson there.
It's going to be offside.
Oh, it's offside. Check that, yep.
I like the idea of your attacking midfielders making runs beyond that back line to crack open that defense.
Have to imagine Elon is more than happy trying to sit on this result without taking too many risks.
Well, they've
and yet,
good job of picking their opportunities to get forward.
I was going to say, when Dominic Renz has possession, anything can happen. As Flowers with a surge. Oh, the cutting opportunity came there and went as Kozak begging for a call.
He's looking for a call. Duquesne's looking for a call.
And it was Leib and Kozak. You see Kozak trying to beg for a little VAR action. And around the ACC, the Cardinal with a late goal, 20 minutes to go. It's been that kind of season for Wake Forest.
Yeah. That's a tough one, but again, that shows you the quality and the depth of the league.
There's Jean, trying to poke it forward. Look at the follow through. To Richmond. He has Mattis. Oh, a leaky rebound out for a corner kick off the save by Levitt.
I'm not really sure what the Elon players are protesting there. If they thought there was a late collision.
Oh, I think Elon's going to win the argument and get the foul call.
They're saying it was a foul on Yoshizawa.
Yep.
As he crashed the goal. Looks like it was a collision with Nininger. Okay, fair enough.
So the foul call goes against Yoshizawa. Still a pretty low foul contest altogether. But they have certainly ratcheted up the tempo and the physicality here late, as you would expect. Look at the pace. Ransford trying to do it himself. Oh my goodness, that's not a call.
Yeah, he's looking for a call there, wasn't he?
Counterattack to Renz. This match is starting to open up. And Jean has just now gotten to his feet.
He's just trying to creep back on sides and
now we're seeing Elon slow the tempo. They're in the 80th. Players are exhausted, hands on knees. It's been a feverish final five, hasn't it?
it really has.
That's a strong touch by Flowers.
And that's the best case scenario if you're out there defending Flowers, is if he has a heavy touch, because when he's had the ball at his feet, he has been a handful. That's trouble.
Yeah, opportunity arises. Muketti blocked. And again, it's Magnason who stands tall.
The game's really gotten stretched here the last few minutes. Not a lot of play in midfield. It's just counterattack to counterattack.
Kevin, sign me up.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. Here's the fresh legs of Punk. Final 10 minutes of this contest. And it has been a dandy. First time these teams have met in 10 years. Clemson eliminated Elon in the 2015 NCAA tournament. That might be a handball, and it will be called against Punk there in the midfield. Let's go back to that Jean tackle.
Looked like he got ball, and then Jean came across him. I think that's the right call.
I think so. It has been a season of late winners for the Tigers. Many of them earned by number 25, Nathan Richmond. Do they have another one?
Any of these players on this front line can change this game if given the moment.
Pressure. Richmond, the takeaway, and a shot wide. Maybe a little too urgent on the one touch.
I did a terrific job pressing that and cutting that pass out. I thought it actually took a deflection there.
Not seeing much in terms of arguing.
Yeah.
So Richmond must not have thought so. So a goal kick comes. One more sub used as August Ginley comes in to add on to the Elon back line. He's in for Flowers, so he may be playing a little bit more offensive, in fact.
Yeah.
Dispossessed in the midfield and then run over as Ajaban called for the foul. And the fans starting to get into it.
It's just a little aggressive coming in from behind. How good is
that was
Renz with his back to goal?
just class.
Just able to hold the ball up and serve virtually anywhere.
And as you know, what that does is just earn a couple more seconds of possession for Elon to slow things down, try to find the chance as Nenninger creates a touchback. Smooth opportunity and operation there from Duquesne. But Elon has looked like a resurgent team here in this second half, unafraid. Oh my goodness, a save! Another save on the rebound by Ondema!
My, oh my.
And this rolls out for a Clemson throw-in at midfield. They're not wasting time, but we're gonna take another look.
He does so well to get down the first one, and then he covers the second one. Have a look how quickly he gets low.
Muketti with the first shot, and Renz just tries a little cheeky touch.
I think it's fair to say that Clemson has been...
I think Renz is gonna get a whistle here and a card for embellishment.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Well, Matthias Leib and Dominic Renz have gone at it for the better part of He holds the ball up too well to get away with that.
Yeah. You don't see that often.
What I was saying, though, is that, you know, statistically, Clemson has dominated the stats, but I think it's fair to say that some of the better opportunities have come from Elon, and Dama's been the difference. He's been just outstanding. I think that's now 3 really quality saves, top shelf saves.
Corner kick for Jean. 85th minute.
And you can see Matthias Leib and Lukas Magnason. Those are going to be the targets.
Just headed wide on a clean look by Leib. In the days of overtime, this might be a classic. But just under 5 minutes left, no matter the score.
Well, I didn't think the tempo could get much higher after the first half, but it's just continued to get cranked up here.
Shots sit 19-8, Kevin, but as you mentioned, there's no doubt Elon has had the better chances here in the second half.
Yeah, they've had quite a few clear-cut chances.
We are going to get a quick clock reset, 4:50. 6 incredible saves by Ondama. Jean could not make the move there, but it is a throw-in. Clemson trying to gain every foot they can. But the clock stopped at 4:05. Clemson's attackers have been nicknamed the Mighty Ducks. And they're hoping for a movie-esque ending here tonight. Ooh, a good deke there by Mattis.
I just got away from a little bit, didn't it?
Bunk gets away with some contact there, runs it down. Nice move by Santuari. So Yoshizawa calling for it, but instead it's reset to Bunk. 3 minutes to play. Richmond has a clutch Gene. That might be an offside, but you can't play on from an opponent. So Yoshizawa was able to feed that. This stays in. Leaked. Bowed away on the shot by Ajabong. Oh, off the chest, says the head official, and he's gonna go take a look at it as Amin Hadzik realized immediately this requires VAR.
My initial thought was it was a bit of the arm. I think the center official thought it was the chest initially. This one's going to be interesting.
Our third review of the second half. All of them have surrounded a potential Clemson penalty.
The arm is tucked in, but it does make contact. He also kind of turns his body. Ooh,
it's a quick review.
quickly, no decision.
And no penalty.
Again, I think that's one, if you're the coach in the attack, you're screaming for it. And if you're the defensive team there, you're nodding it off.
Well, in your experience, Kevin, if you keep the elbow tucked, what would then create a penalty if it hits the arm?
Yeah, it's always the interpretation is the arm in an unnatural position? Is it up and away from the body, which is such a subjective way to define it, right? What is an unnatural position for your arm? And then the second component is, do you gain advantage by it? And I think all of these have been so close that they would almost be unfair if they were called.
Good push coming. John out to Yoshizawa. And we will have a corner kick in the final couple minutes.
It's played short.
Without hesitation. Oh, it leaks through, and Levitt makes an incredible move to avoid another corner.
That's heads-up play from Jackson Levitt. Just got enough to keep it from going over the end line.
He is in no rush.
He's just going to pump this ball as far away as he can.
Elon on the verge of another result against a top team. Renz gets told to get up.
And there's no foul there.
Duquesne pushes through the middle with 70 seconds to play. Final minute in an incredibly entertaining yet scoreless contest. Magnason pushes forward.
You can see Magnason urging Mattis to get into a wide area there.
Richmond tries to take it away from Jean.
It's going to be a corner.
And Clemson has to hurry. 25 seconds and counting.
Yeah.
One last gasp.
You're putting all of your players in the area here if you're Clemson.
15 seconds. Jean. Opportunity! Finds the back of the net!
Are you kidding, Lukas Magnason?
The death, the Tigers do it again. Pending VAR review.
Well, there's always so much commotion and tussling in the area on a corner kick. Coach Reeves is beside himself. He's wanting to have a look at it. I'm not sure. I think he's going to get booked for disputing this. I'm not sure if he thinks some sort of pick was set to free Magnason. I don't think he's going to look at it. I don't think he saw anything in it. Well, they knocked on the door in every fashion. Finally had the breakthrough here. How that managed to get through all of those bodies. Magnason didn't even have I think it actually came off of his shoulder.
I think it was the second goal of the season for Magnason. And that might be what Reeves was
Yeah, I think
arguing.
maybe thought it came off his arm, but it came off of his shoulder.
So the ball is put in play. The clock counts down. And the Tigers come away victorious. Celebration on one side.
Well,